13.1 million members and generated approximately 335,000 employment opportunities or who are employed in the cooperatives. This figure clearly indicates that there remains substantial room for improvement and expansion in the cooperative sector. Accordingly, one of the salient features of this bill is the expansion of tax benefits granted to cooperatives. At present, Section 61 of RA 9520 provides that only cooperatives dealing with non-members and with accumulative reserves and undivided net savings of not more than 10 million are entitled to tax exemptions for transactions of non-members. This provision has intentionally created a disincentives for growth as cooperative exceeded this threshold and then subject to certain, oftentimes burdensome taxes. But importantly, that this 10 million threshold was valued at the time when RA 6938 was approved, way back in 1990. Thus, this bill processes to increase the threshold to 100 million. If you're going to compute the average of the inflation, 140 million. No? So, both for agricultural and non-agricultural cooperatives to reflect inflation as well as to incentivize the growth. In addition, the measure introduces dedicated chapters addressing the unique needs of agricultural cooperatives, cooperative banks, transportation cooperatives, and among others. This is in recognition with their specialized roles and operational challenges. This would ensure that these cooperatives are able to effectively serve the public and community needs. In line with the expansion of tax benefits, this bill also introduces provisions that enhance the social responsibility of cooperatives, ensuring that they give back their members and communities. As an example, the Community Development Fund, which is currently limited to cooperatives' immediate area of operation, may now be applied more broadly, allowing cooperatives to extend assistance to other areas in need, especially in times of emergency, disaster, and force majeure events. And lastly, this bill seeks to address bureaucratic delays of streamlining regulatory processes, imposing penalties for violation of its provision, and establishing clear remedies for cooperative and their members in resolving disputes and administrative concerns. These measures ensure that beyond addressing the sector's substantial needs, there are efficient procedures in place to support the sector's development. In view of the foregoing, the immediate passage of this bill is earnestly sought because, as what I have mentioned in my opening statement, this proposed bill was approved in the third reading in the 19th Congress. And that's all, Madam Presiding Officer.
Before any motion for a TWD, kindly, after hearing our author sponsorship speech, may we now proceed with the discussion of the bills or manifestations from the invited resource persons who may also submit their position papers to the Secretariat. Is there any?
Can we
recognize? Can you please recognize?
Good morning, Madam
CDA.
Chair. Good morning to our congressmen and our cooperative sector. Sir, as the regulatory and developmental agency for cooperatives, as well as quasi-judicial agency for cooperatives, we are generally in support of the bill as presented to us by Congressman Spares. And although we will submit our comprehensive position paper on it, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Is there any other motions from other agencies? Yes, we would like to recognize the Secretary General of Co-op Chamber.
Madam Chair, good morning po sa ating pong mga kinatawan sa Kongreso at sa mga opisyal po ng gobyerno at sa ating mga co-op sector leaders po. For the information po ng ating komite, would like to first, we would like to congratulate the Committee on Cooperatives for the first organizational meeting conducted last September 11. At the same time, we were apprised of the following bills po, yung apat na binanggit po kanina ni Honorable Representative Digamo. For the record po, the Philippine Co-op Chamber submitted a comprehensive position paper at the moment, and with the permission po of the Honorable Chair, may I discuss some of the key features of the position paper.
Proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. One is about, this is the position paper submitted by Climes, NAFIC Co-op, Co-op Chamber, and other primary cooperatives from 16 regions, Madam Chair. We specifically underscore the adherence of the proposed revisions to the international accepted cooperative principles and values on the following. We scanned the different bills, ma'am, and from the different bills, we would like to underscore the following. One, on voting system. Please be informed that we are not in consonance with the proposals on the four bills. Primarily, it is violative of the International Cooperative Alliance principle on democratic member control, specifying that in federations, there should be only one member co-op, one vote. I have here a copy of the International Cooperative Alliance decision, Madam Chair, which I will be distributing later, is specifying that the second option, share voting, is not in conformity with the second ICA principle, as it does not attribute any democratic basic vote per member. The financial contribution may also be considered when attributing additional votes, but their exclusive consideration does not meet the requirement that cooperatives at other levels are also organized in a democratic manner. Second, for two reasons, the second proviso provided that at least 1/3 of the seats in the board shall be reserved for small shareholders might also not change the assessment. Firstly, the voting rights are exercised in the General Assembly, the organ empowered to give instructions to the board. And secondly, the term small shareholders is not defined, besides being an unusual term for cooperatives whose member may hold shares but must not be confused with shareholders of capital-centered enterprises, and I quote that. Second, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair, is that the proposal on this item be reviewed, as we respectfully urge our esteemed representatives to consider adopting the ruling of the ICA, which is grounded on internationally recognized and practiced principle of democratic member control. This would not only align the best practices, but also strengthen our commitment to cooperative principles and values. Second, Madam Chair, is about on the apex of cooperatives. We would like to emphasize that the versions of the four bills are aligned, specifying that the apex should be organized by the cooperative sector and not the proposal of previous proposal, the CDA, that the NAC, or the National Alliance of Cooperatives, will be automatically be recognized as the apex of cooperatives. So thank you for that proposal. On the net surplus allocation and statutory funds, Madam Chair, we would like to emphasize that attached in our position paper is the manifesto of the federations and cooperative unions that happened on May 28 this year, stating that the primary cooperatives has the discretion on the allocation of its CTF. And we would like to recognize the four bills in adopting that versions, and we will support that, given that the CETF should be decided by the primary cooperatives, even in multiple affiliations. Number 4 is about the TIN. From the four versions, we observed that House Bill 2416 filed by Congressman Representative Espares, that the cooperative should be exempted. I mean, the members of the cooperative should be exempted in providing the individual tax identification number of the members as a requirement in the processing and application of the renewal of CTE. This has gone through a series of consultations and discussion among the sector, Madam Chair, and we are in support of House Bill 2416, 1647, 2070, and 2575, specifying thereat that this requirement should not be included in the application and renewal of the CTE. Henceforth, we would like also to underscore, Madam Chair, that the CDA Memorandum Circular Number 14, Series of 2022, and Revenue Memorandum Circular 2010, Revenue Memorandum Circular 102-2016, 124-2020, and 158-2022, among others, are violative of the tax exemptions granted to cooperatives, specifically mentioned by the Honorable Chairperson of the Committee on Cooperatives in Article 61 of the current Republic Act 9520, Madam Chair. And finally, we would also like to underscore that the four bills specifically mention that the tax cap for transacting with non-members be raised to 100 million. It's about time, considering that 35 years ago, this was the 10 million cap in 6938 and was not amended in Republic Act 9520. So the version of the four bills, Madam Chair, is very timely, considering the inflation and the contributions of the cooperatives in the development and growth of our economy. These privileges will be very much appreciated if granted. However, in the three bills other than Kong Emon, there's a mention there of the non-agri cooperative should be provided with a 50 million cap for transacting with non-members. We appeal to the honorable representatives, Villafuertes, Hirobita, Terridon, Glepa, and Representative Tulfos to please adopt the version of Congressman Emon Espares, being this was consulted even in the 19th Congress and was adopted at that time. In fact, in House Bill 9673 as proposed by the Congress then in the 19th Congress. And lastly, we would like to recognize the penal provisions as filed by Congressman Emon Espares on the use of the word cooperative shall not be allowed unless authorized under this code. However, organizations with other government agencies are allowed to retain the word cooperative in their registered names, provided that said organizations have interest, affiliation, collaboration, and or partnership with the cooperative or the cooperative sector. Further, if said organization shall register with the SEC, it should register as a non-stock, non-profit entity and shall affix the word incorporated or Inc. to its business name, provided finally that these organizations shall not be entitled to the benefits and privileges under this code. Madam Chair, this was also extensively discussed in the 19th Congress, particularly in the Senate, where then Chairperson Senator Amy Marcos adhered to the proposal of the Co-op Chamber. Even Senator Win Gatchalian and Senator Risa adopted the said version of the House Bill 2416, particularly on Section 179 of the Bill of Kong Emon. So we respectfully urge the other authors to please adopt the version of the Honorable Chairperson of the Committee on Cooperatives, Madam Chair. I will not further discuss the annexes. It's attached in our position paper. What is attached in our position paper is a series of comparative analysis between the four bills and what we recommended based on our analysis. And finally, we also have attached the ruling of the International Cooperative Alliance regarding the one co-op, one vote. And lastly, the Annex 2 is the declaration of position on remittance of CETF by primary cooperatives to unions and federations, which are all submitted in the committee po. Thank you very much for allowing us to speak up, Madam Chair.
We acknowledge the position paper of the Co-op Chamber. We would like to request for those said measures to be submitted to the Secretariat.
Yes, Madam Chair, it's already submitted,
All
Madam
right,
Chair.
thank you. We would like to recognize MCWS.
Good morning, honorable members of the committee. I'd like to express my thanks to get invited, although my invitation was addressed to PCC, wherein I am also the chair. Actually, I got interested in coming here. Supposed to be my flight to Cagayan de Oro is today. I have to reset it because there is part of the discussion about water cooperatives. But I would like also to contribute some of my ideas on the issues just taken up by Congressman Amon and also by Sir Edwin on the raising of the threshold, no, where tax exemption for co-ops serving non-members to 100 million. We are in support of that. No, we are in support. On the voting, we are also in support of the one member, one vote for primary cooperatives. But we are appealing that for special types of cooperatives, wherein the amendment already included, and this includes water, health, and in fact, there's also this real estate development, also on the digitalization. All of this actually needs huge capitalization. If we allow or we limit it to one co-op, one vote, no, one member, one vote, these particular organizations might not have the capability to raise the funds to capitalize really their own projects. This one co-op, one vote was applied before even to cooperative banks. And this led to closure to many cooperative banks because the small investor just band together and they just can easily oust those who have placed in big money. And that led to closure really. In fact, in one case, we actually helped already 5 cooperative banks resurrect one for on the brink already of foreclosure. So we're able to bring them back to life and they are now strong. But thanks to the effort of the Bangko Sentral, allowing the proportionate voting, no? Not the one co-op, one vote. Because if we retain that, then there's no way really that the cooperatives with huge capital to invest for the cooperative bank, they will not invest, though, because of that limitation. So we are appealing that for a special type of cooperatives which requires huge capitalization, I do hope that we will allow a choice, no? Give the choice to the members of that cooperative federation or special type to choose whether one co-op, one vote or proportionate voting. This is just to ensure. Another example is 3 years ago, our cooperative invested huge in a memorial service cooperative. And the small cooperatives band together. Actually, we own 73% of the capital of that. And our representative was not elected. So we withdraw from it. They cannot even give us the capital. And luckily, because we also provided 90% of the business, 3 years after, when it's about to be closed, they came back to us, asked us to get back. So we're able to do so, but that limitation is still there. So we are hoping really that the special considerations to special types of co-op which requires huge capital will be also allowed. And lastly, I'll just request that the present cooperative code already provides the way or the vehicle wherein cooperatives can band together and registered with the CDA. Now, so I do hope that only those registered with the CDA will be allowed to use the name cooperative. Thank you very much.
Thank you, MCWS. May I now recognize Diosdado Luna, NATCO.
Yes. Thank you, Madam Vice Chair. We'd like to thank the committee for inviting the NATCO network to give its opinion to the amendments of the cooperative code. And we have already submitted to the committee secretariat a copy of our amendments, our proposed amendments. Just for you, I can give you a short summary of our amendments. First of all, we have some proposals to the definition, the chapter on the definition of terms in the cooperative code, because we really have to update that. First of all, the word education has not been included in the definition of terms. There's a big confusion between the definition of education and training. There have been proposals that federations of cooperatives should only engage in business and not in education. In our position paper, we cite the position of the International Cooperative Alliance that all cooperative entities shall engage in education and training as well as information. So our position paper debunks the position of some groups that federations should not engage in education of cooperatives. Of course, we would like to include also our official definition of federation of cooperatives. Our position is that if there is going to be a definition of the federation of cooperatives, it should be crafted by the federations themselves and not other entities. Of course, we also have the definition of net surplus or net savings. The BIR has believed that cooperatives make so much profit when actually cooperatives do not make profit. What we make is net surplus or net savings. But of course, we would like to also include a definition of net income. Cooperatives, of course, have net income, but that comes from transactions with non-members. So we would like to make that distinction for the reference or guidance of the Bureau of Internal Revenue. And of course, we would like to add also the definition of the cooperative protection scheme, which we are creating now in coordination with the Cooperative Development Authority. And of course, for the membership of cooperatives, we'd like to include the membership of OFWs. And also for the functions of federations, we would like to, we are proposing some changes or additions to the functions of the federation, of course, which includes the education of members. And of course, we also have submitted to the Secretariat a declaration from May 28, which I'd like to show here, a declaration of the co-op leaders at the May 28, 2025 Second National Forum for Unions and Federations, wherein the co-op leaders in attendance declared that the Co-op Education and Training Fund, the remittance is the option or the prerogative of the primary co-ops to whom or where they will remit their CETF. It's all in our position paper. And of course, to the composition of primary or federation directors, we also have some proposals that will include that federations will be allowed to comply with the regulatory requirements of other government agencies. Because in the current cooperative code, the directors shall only be elected from among the members of the federation. But there is, for instance, in our federation, we are applying for a license to become an electronic money issuer with the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. And they have additional requirements for directors. And we have included, I won't go into the details anymore because they're very technical. But we have included in our proposed amendments that we will be allowed to comply with the requirements of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. I think I'm sure the Cooperative Development Authority and the BSP are coordinating on that matter. And also, there is, of course, we are proposing what we call the supervision fund. Right now, there is already the optional fund, which is 7% of the net surplus. But we'd also like to propose what we call the supervision fund, wherein the CDA can mandate federations to to implement supervision of primary cooperatives. I believe our stabilization fund group is in coordination with the CDA on this matter. So that's just a summary of our proposals. So we appeal to the Committee on Cooperative Development, our honorable and beloved representative members of the Committee on Cooperative Development to adopt these proposed amendments to the Cooperative Code. Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
Are there any other manifestations? There being none, Ms. Honorable Paras.
Yes, Madam Chairperson. So again, just because of 4 bills being filed for the revision of the cooperative code, and we have our cooperative sectors and different agencies to really to further study, consolidate, and incorporate any other proposals to these bills. Of course, the whole stakeholders, So I therefore move, Madam Chair, to create a technical working group on this bill, with all authors and resource persons who are present to be part of the technical working group, including the other important agencies that been affected by this bill. I so move, Madam Chair.
Is there any objections? Duly just seconded. Hearing none, the motion is carried.
We will organize probably the committee, and I cannot chair the technical working group because I'm one of the authors. So can we find?
Is
Madam
there
Chair?
any member that would like to chair or volunteer to chair the said TWG?
Kung wala, the COMSEC will be the one. Mas magandang
I think,
member.
Mr. Chair, it should be proper that the proponents or the sponsor or the author should be one to chair of this technical working group, Mr. Chair.
COMSEC. Oh.
Your Honor, to clarify, there has been a custom since the 17th Congress that authors cannot chair the TWG, but they can be members, Your Honor.
I think, Mr. Chair, the author is in the best position to really comprehend all this and consolidate all these House bills being deliberated, Mr. Chair. And I believe, though it is a tradition, not to make author as chair of the technical working group, there is no prohibition, Mr. Chair.
Maybe suspend the session, the committee meeting for a few minutes.
Okay,
Committee meeting resumed.
Okay, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair, I withdraw my.
Okay. There being no volunteers to sit as the chairperson for the TWG, I would like to delegate our ComSec to sit as the chairperson.
Okay.
Noted, Your Honor. Noted, Your Honor.
Correction, appoint the ComSec as chair.
Noted, Your Honor.
Okay. So,
And Madam Chair, and I move that all the members, all the authors of this, the bill that we are being discussed, be made as members of this technical working group, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair.
Are there any objections? The motion is carried.
okay, so thank you very much. We will proceed.
I'd like to cede the seat back to our chair, Congressman Espares.
So thank you very much, our Vice Chair, no, for taking the floor. So we will proceed now with the second measure being passed under this committee about on the development, promotion, and protection of agricultural cooperatives. I may now recognize the author of this bill, number 1023. ComSec, what's the title?
Your Honor, for the measures for development, promotion, and protection of agricultural cooperatives, we have House Bill number 1023 entitled An Act to Promote the Development of Agriculture Cooperatives in the Philippines, providing support to farmers and their associations and for other purposes by Representative Robert Nazal. And House Bill number 2417, an act ensuring the development, promotion, and protection of agricultural cooperatives by Your Honor, Representative Filimon M. Espares.
Thank you, ComSec. So I now recognize the author of this bill, 1023, Representative Robert Nasal of Eastern Samar. Is there any member who would move to adopt the explanatory note of Honorable Roberto Nasal
Yes,
as part of
Mr.
the
Chair.
sponsorship speech?
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I move that the
Ms. Nady.
explanatory note of this House Bill, an act to promote the development of agriculture cooperatives in the Philippines, be made as the sponsorship speech by the author, Representative Robert Nasal. So move, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so there is a motion to adopt the explanatory note of House Bill number 1023 as the sponsorship speech of Representative Robert Nasal. Any second to that?
I second.
Okay, so any objection? Hearing none, the motion is carried. Okay, again, because considering that I am one of the authors, no, of this same bill under this measure, again, I would like to cede my seat to our Vice Chairperson, Santos, no, to again preside for this meeting so that I could deliver my explanatory notes.
Thank you, Chair. I now recognize Representative Filimon M. Espares for his sponsorship speech for House Bill number 2417.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. This is all about on my bill being authored, House Bill number 2417 on agricultural cooperatives. A social weather station or SWS survey conducted in the first quarter of 2025 revealed that involuntary hunger, as defined as experiencing hunger and having nothing to it at least once in the past 3 months. It was rose to 20%, which is a very significant increase from 14.2 recorded in the same period in 2024. Meanwhile, based on the 2021 data from the Philippine Statistics Authority, Fisher folks comprise 30.6%, farmers 30%, remain the poorest sectors in terms of poverty incidence. Ironically, the very sectors responsible for producing the nation's food. So sila yung hindi nakapag-recover or they are suffering on this situation. So in recognition of this unfortunate reality, the Department of Agriculture has emphasized the important role of local agricultural sector in addressing food security, specifically through the implementation of a farm-to-market network plan. Moreover, the growing role of cooperative sector in this effort was institutionalized with the establishment of the Agricultural Cooperative Enterprise Development Services, or ACEDS, under the DA in September 2024. The DA Secretary further emphasized President Ferdinand M. Marcos Jr. directive to transform and consolidate farmers, cooperatives, and associations. These transformations involves for the formulation of inclusive plans and policies, the delivery of comprehensive training programs, and the adoption of the digital platforms, data analysis, data and online marketing, and climate adaptation tools. These are all aimed of improving the livelihood of farmers and fisher folks while advancing the national goal of food security. By providing adequate resources and funding, this bill really seeks to enhance the capacity of agricultural cooperatives to sustainably produce high-quality agricultural products. It also aims to promote the adaptation of modern farming technologies, sustainable practices, and efficient agricultural techniques to increase productivity and improve the livelihood of family farmers. Furthermore, this bill encourages the establishment of agricultural cooperatives, associations, and other support networks to facilitate the knowledge sharing, access to credit, and collective marketing efforts. It also promotes the provision of training programs, agricultural extension services, and technical assistance to empower family farmers with the necessary skills and knowledge to thrive into this evolving agricultural landscape. By strengthening the support, the development of this agricultural cooperatives network, this bill seeks to ensure food security, promote rural development, and contribute to poverty alleviation in the Philippines. In view of this, Madam Chair, we earnestly request for the support and the passage of this bill. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Esparas. I would like to recognize first Honorable Lumayag, Vice Chairperson from the 1st District of South Cotabato. And having heard our author's speeches, sponsorship speeches, may I now proceed with the discussions of the bills or any manifestations from our resource persons. You may also submit your position papers to the Secretariat. There being no
Madam Chair?
manifestations.
Yeah. Again, since the measures comprises two bills, no? For us, further study and
Sorry,
consolidate.
Honorable Esparas, I would like to recognize Mr. Edwin of COP Chamber.
My apology, Madam Chair, Kong Emon. We would like to support the bill, the bills filed by the two honorable representatives. However, if it's possible, to include in the agricultural cooperative bill representations of agri-cooperatives and finance cooperatives, particularly on 5 government agencies for the consideration of the committee. These are the following: the Agricultural Credit Policy Council. Number 2 is the Philippine Crop Insurance Corporation. Number 3 is the Land Bank of the Philippines. 4th is the Development Bank of the Philippines. And 5th is the Philippine Coconut Authority. This representation of the cooperatives are subject, of course, to the normal process of nomination and appointment of the appointing authority. It's crucial for this representation, Mr. Chair, for amplifying the voices of the sector they serve in policy making and program development. A well-defined procedure exists for cooperatives to put forward their representatives, but it is imperative that this nomination receive approval from the appointing authority. This process not only maintains structure and accountability, but also ensures that the interests of the sector are actively represented and integrated into decision making. We respectfully urge the members of the committee po to consider the said proposal of these two bills, Madam Chair. Thank you po.
Thank you, Mr. Edwin Bustilos of Co-op Chamber. Other manifestations? I would like to recognize Mr. Ray Elevazo of CDA.
Again, good morning to our distinguished congresspersons and our chairman of the committee. First, we would like to manifest our comments to House Bill 1023 as authored by Representative Robert Nasal, particularly on Section 5, letter B, which says that the Department of Agriculture and the CDA shall establish a barangay agri-co-op desk in every municipal agricultural office to conduct year-round information campaigns, pre-membership education seminars, and on-site registration caravans. We would like to advance the status now held by our cooperative development officers, the local government units, as provided for by Republic Act 11535. Instead of having barangay agri-co-op desk as established by our DA and CDA, we would like instead that the cooperative development officers in the area, offices and officers in the local government units establish the barangay agri-co-op desk in every in their respective jurisdictions. So that's to give more importance to the potential being given to us by law, by Republic Act 11535. And for the Section 6, Professional Management and Administration, it says here that every agri-co-op shall engage a professional manager and an administrative officer who shall be selected and appointed by its board of directors in accordance with its bylaws. Yes, we would like to give a chance to every cooperative, particularly the agricultural cooperative, to have their managers, professional managers and the other officers, but they should be the one providing for the standards, not us. So we support that, but however, we would like to give importance to the autonomy of the cooperatives to select their managers and other officers. As to other inputs and comments from the Cooperative Development Authority, particularly on 1023, House Bill 1023, we will submit our comprehensive position paper on this, sir. Further, would like to have our initial comment on House Bill 2417, introduced by and authored by Honorable Filimon Espares. Sir, particularly on Section 4 on the supervision, registration and supervision of agricultural cooperatives. Madam Chair, we at the Cooperative Development Authority have complied with the Presidential Directive on the development of agricultural cooperatives. And in connection with that, we have underscored the importance of an agricultural of a framework for the development of agricultural cooperative and a Philippine agricultural cooperative ecosystem. So with that, we are pursuing food security alongside with other government agencies and stakeholders. But particularly on this matter, we would like to encourage the body, the committee, that the supervision, the registration and supervision powers of the cooperative and responsibilities of the Cooperative Development Authority be not negated. We would like to propose that it will be further strengthened. In short, we are not so much in congruence with the provisions of the proposed legislation. So we are in the position that should the Cooperative Development Authority be strengthened in its supervision and registration functions, particularly for agricultural cooperative, then we will not disrupt the present status quo wherein there is a united supervision. There is a unified, comprehensive supervision of all types of cooperatives, including agricultural cooperatives. So we are walking under one direction. So thank you. Yes. So as to other comments on this matter, sir, we would like to also include this in a comprehensive position paper. Thank you very much, sir.
Duly noted from CDA. Any other manifestations? We'd like to recognize Representative Jaime from Muntinlupa.
Yes, Madam Chair, this is just a clarification, Madam Chair. Because in the Cooperative Code of the Philippines, there is Chapter 15, which says agricultural cooperatives. I just would like to know if the House Bill 1647, House Bill 2070, House Bill 2416, and House Bill 2575, which was discussed earlier, does this unconsolidated House bills does not cover this Chapter 15 of the Cooperative Code of the Philippines, Madam Chair?
Chair.
Honorable Espares.
Okay, now in the Cooperative Code, the revised Cooperative Code, the chapter there or the article there particular on the agricultural cooperatives are the general guidelines, particularly on its registrations and operations. But on the other hand, on this bill with regards to the development, promotion, and the protection of the agricultural cooperatives, something like that, parang Magna Carta siya, no? Which really work towards more in a consolidation of agricultural activities, the support, no, of our government with regards to their production, up to the marketing linkages. So, and of course, this is more on the protection. So we cannot totally lodge this to our cooperative code, given that the provisions there is too much general, and we need this very specific bill, no, for particular for the agricultural cooperatives only.
So meaning to say, Madam Chair, that those bills earlier approved and refer to technical working group does not cover Article 15 of the revised of the Cooperative Code of the Philippines.
Yeah, actually it covers, but the expansion of all provisions, no, particularly on the programs and the privileges of these agricultural cooperatives are more very specific on the other bill, Madam Chair. It covers, but then mas nadagdagan, no?
Madam Chair, we might as well, considering that we are already revising a comprehensive studies and being made for the Cooperative Code of the Philippines, we might as well include these agricultural cooperatives in this Article 15 of the Cooperative Code of the Philippines, Madam Chair.
We acknowledge your suggestion, Representative Fresnedi. Are there any comments from our COMSEC? Or our...
Madam Chair, because we are going to do this with the technical working group, I would rather suggest that this will be further discussed and reconcile with the technical working group who would handle for this refinement and finally, and again, introduced to the Committee on Cooperatives on the next meeting, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Espares. Before anything else, I would like to recognize the representative for Pusong Pinoy Party List, Representative Nisay, Deputy Majority Leader. We'd like to recognize Mr. Daba of MCWS.
Thank you, Madam Chair. There are just two things I'd like to. I have to apologize. I've not really read the proposed bills, but considering I'm here, there are two important things. My primary cooperative is actually primarily credit, but we are multipurpose. More than about a little over 4% of our membership are farmers. But in terms of number, that's actually 16,000 plus. No? So I don't know if the proposed bill is just exclusive for those registered as agricultural co-op, or will it include multipurpose cooperative doing also agricultural businesses? Second is the problem that we have identified for farmers actually is how to bring their produce to the market, no? And we tried to address that by developing an app. We call it One Co-op Marketplace, wherein we can deliver fresh produce, we can deliver directly to our members. So we are testing this in Cagayan de Oro at present, and it's picking up already. So I do hope that there will be provisions about that particular streamlining of the logistic side of the proposed bills. Thank you very much, Dr.
Thank you, Mr. Daba of MCWS. Duly noted.
Yeah, Madam Chair, just to answer, that the definition of agricultural cooperatives really multipurpose can be included, provided that a certain multipurpose cooperative, at least 50% of their activity pertains to agricultural products. Yeah. So at least 50% of their activities are in agricultural activities.
Kunti lang yun, Kung Emon. Although, maybe it will go up kasi we constructed our first rice mill in 2017. It's operational in 2018. The day Pilmec gave us the second rice mill, already operational last November, and the third rice mill will be operational this year. And they are giving us another rice and corn mill next year. No? So maybe we'll be able to increase the volume of our business, but I don't know if it will reach 50% of our existing businesses.
Madam Chair.
Mr. Honorable Espares.
Okay, we will look into that, no? But then I think 50% no, of your activity pertains to agricultural or to agriculture. So you could be qualified under this category now or under the definition. So we will really consider, no, dahil there are some privileges being provided to these agricultural cooperatives, so it might cause some either with some other types of co-ops, no, na mag-agree din sila, but then there is no such definition on our agricultural cooperatives. So that's why we put there at least 50% of your activities or within the cooperative dealings, meaning might be your membership, half of that are agriculture or farmers rather, no, or laborers or what. But then it will not limit only to membership. The very important thing there is your activity. Yung activities, yung sinabi mo kanina na puro naman itong ginagawa nila, mas malaking activity to than in what they are doing, no? So they could still register their category as agricultural co-ops, and they can enjoy these privileges as compared with other cooperatives.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Aspires. We'd like to recognize Mr. Elevazo of CDA.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This might help in the Cooperative Development Authority, sir, ma'am, provided for a definition of agriculture cooperative in one of the board resolutions and memorandum circular. And we would be gladly submitting it in this chamber. And also, as we develop our Philippine agricultural cooperative ecosystem, we have identified several types of cooperatives as among the agricultural cooperatives. These are, number one, agrarian reform cooperatives. Number two, agriculture cooperatives themselves. Number three, dairy cooperative. And then fishermen cooperative. And there are those cooperatives that have agricultural transactions or cooperatives engaged in agriculture. This might be consumers cooperative, marketing cooperative, multipurpose cooperative, producers cooperative, and service cooperative. And there are also federations that are engaged in agriculture. So yun po yung agricultural cooperatives if the CDA is speaking nowadays po. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that, Mr. Elevazo. Honorable Aspires.
Yes, Madam Chair. Anyway, we are going to discuss this further in our technical working group, and I know CDA has also a clustering of co-ops based on our 11364, no?
Yes, sir.
Na batas. So we clustered cooperatives, and one of those, the agricultural, no? So with this, Madam Chair, because we will give time all stakeholders on this to really work in this bill para to have more study, consolidate and incorporate your proposal. So that's why our cooperative sector will be given chance, no, time to talk on this with the technical working group para isahan na lang yung discussion rather than in this initial hearing. Okay? So again, Madam Chair, I would like to move to create a technical working group for this bill, and all authors and resource persons who are present here, no, as much as possible, you should be part of the technical working group para mas ma-refine natin itong bill na to before submitting to the committee for its adoption on the next hearing. Thank you, Madam Chair. I so move.
Is there any member that would like to manifest to volunteer to be the chairperson for this TWG? Any member?
The Vice Chair, do we have the Vice Chair Lumayag? Sinong sa agriculture dito? Might be Kong Janice is very much willing.
Would Honorable Janice Degamo would like to be the chairperson for this TWG?
Since you graciously request, then there's no reason why I shouldn't. But I believe I would need inputs coming from those who have been in the cooperative development for the longest time, so that we will be able to do the task very well. Okay.
Thank you, Honorable Janice Degamo. Consec, there being no objections, the motion is hereby carried. I now cede my seat back to the chairperson, Honorable Chairperson Espares.
Okay, thank you. Before we proceed, would like to recognize one of the authors of this bill and representing the BH party list, and no other than Honorable Roberto Nasal. So we have already discussed your bill with regards to the promotion and development of agricultural cooperatives in the Philippines, providing support to farmers and their associations and for other purposes. So can I give you time if you have something to add or manifest before we proceed with the next bill, the last one?
Na-endorse na po siya for TWG.
Yeah, we have endorsed this with TWG being chaired by Congresswoman Janice Digamo. So you're part of the technical working group, which our COMSEC will schedule that as soon as possible.
So, thank you very much, Chairman.
Okay.
Okay naman po sa akin yun, and I'm glad that our bill was endorsed for review under the TWG.
Sige. Anyway, we have two bills. No, I have my own and with you, so we will consolidate and refine this further so that it will jibe, rhyme with all other provisions of existing laws.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, and thank you for your presence. Okay, so we will move to the next agenda, which is, or another measure in our agenda, which is the creation of the water service cooperatives, or strengthening the water service cooperatives, which is House Bill 1901, authored by Representative Lordan Suwan. May na-authorize ba? May sponsor?
Mr.
Okay.
Chair.
So I'd like to recognize Congresswoman Girly Veloso in behalf of the author, Lordan Suwan.
Okay, Mr. Chair, I move to adopt the explanatory note of House Bill 1901 as the sponsorship speech.
Okay, so there is a motion. Any second? Okay, so duly seconded to adopt the explanatory note of the House Bill 1901 as the sponsorship speech of the author. And then it was duly seconded. Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is carried.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I would like to manifest to ask the resource persons to please submit their position paper on the said bills.
Okay, so yes, we will discuss and include this on the next or as per scheduled hearing, no? And I would like really to request our resource persons who are present here, no? And then might be in some other agencies who will be called and included in the consideration of this bill on the next hearing, and as much as possible, they are going to submit in advance their position paper for us to really look into and discuss as part of our references on the next hearing. Okay, so well noted and taken, Congresswoman Veloso. Any other matters, or you have something to discuss for this bill? Because, yes, would like to recognize Edwin Bastalios.
Mr. Chair, for the information po ng mga honorable members of the committee, we conducted our consultation with the water service cooperatives last September 5. While we will submit our formal position paper, gusto lang po naming ipahayag kaagad po ang mga bagay na ito. Una po, may mga lumutang po sa allegation po doon sa kakulangan ng technical training patungkol ho doon sa mga water services cooperatives dahil baka ho kakaunti lamang ang mga technical staff na nagmumula po sa NWRB at kahit po sa LUWA. Pangalawa, kawalan po ng mga safeguards or proseso ng pag-monitor sa implementasyon ng proyekto. Halimbawa po sa Tagum, matagal na ho silang nag-apply ng kanilang Certificate of Public Convenience. Ilan taon na ho ang umaandar, hindi pa rin po lumalabas yung kanilang CPC. Patuloy lamang pong ipinapasa yung kanilang provisional authority. Inilapit na po natin to sa NWRB pero mukha hong kailangan pong makita ng NWRB yung kahalagahan ng immediate na pag-act doon sa mga application po ng mga water services cooperatives, Mr. Chair. Pangatlo po ay meron rin po silang inilabas na issue, paano po yung ugnayan ng NWRB, ng LUWA, ng CDA, at ng mga water service cooperatives. Baka maganda hong ilinaw siya dahil po dun sa bill ni Congressman Lordan Suwan, although minention po in general yung mga responsibilities and tasks ng mga nabanggit na agencies, mas maganda ho na i-define ito further. Pangapat po, kailangan pong bigyan po ng emphasis po na yung mga water service cooperatives po ay kadalasan sa mga underserved and hindi po nasaserbisyohan ng mga pamayanan o komunidad. So these are probably coming from the 5th and 6th class municipalities po ang kadalasan kanilang mga serbisyo. May panawagan po ang mga water services cooperatives dahil may preferential treatment naman po, Mr. Chair. Kung kaya naman po ng kanilang capitalization, kaya ng kanilang technical capacity, may support po ang gobyerno, baka daw po pwede, bigyan naman sila ng opportunity to engage in the first, second, and third class municipalities or even the highly urbanized center. But to do that, Mr. Chair, I think magandang pag-aralan yung bill ni Congressman Lordan Suwan with the help po ng inyong committee sapagkat napapanahon na po ang tubig ay dapat pong dumadaloy hindi lamang po doon sa mga malalayong komunidad kundi hindi lamang din po doon sa mga members nito at dapat po pati mga household kasi alam naman po natin with due respect doon sa tatlong malalaking water companies like Maynilad, Manila Water, and Prime, sila po yung mas maraming mga water distribution. Baka this time with the help po ng Committee on Cooperatives, tulungan po natin ang mga water services cooperatives na makapag-distribute at makapagserbisyo po sa mga mamamayan, lalo na po dun sa mga nabanggit na mga first, second, and third class municipalities. Pero po kami sasubmit na support po rito, Mr. Chair, at coming from the consultation po na ginawa po ng Co-op Chamber at makakarating po sa inyo pong lahat yung paper na yon, lalo na po ngayong linggong ito. Marami pong salamat.
Okay, so thank you, Sir Edwin, for your for your comment, inputs, no? And then I would really encourage you to, as much as possible, you're going to present the position paper, no? Because isa lang tong bill na to, so mas maganda na we are going to receive early so that if we have an ample time next time, we could agenda this early as possible. And then there is really a direction of our government right now to privatize no, itong mga water service. So we are looking into yung mga luwa na ma-convert din into a cooperative service, in a water service cooperatives, yung mga operations para in effect, at least community pa rin nag-own, no? Rather than anybody else. So, good. And then might be CDA, okay, short manifestation.
Yes, sir. Considering, sir, the significance of this sector and as we look into the statistics that this type of cooperative is growing and considering the principles of cooperativism that the consumers themselves should be the one managing the service to themselves, we would like to welcome the House Bill of as introduced by Representative Suwan, and if there are any other initiatives to support the water service cooperatives, we would like to welcome it, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, so good, no? So CDA, please further look into that and then do some other research technically and on the regulation between among other agencies who are also involved for this regulations and operation.
We'll do that, sir.
Okay.
Thank you very
So
much.
thank you. Any other? Okay. Yes, Sir Gani Daba.
Our cooperative, Mindanao Cooperatives Water Service Federation, we just started water service really in 2020. And
How many service operators there in your federation?
actually, iisa lang.
So paano naging federation?
It was registered in 2018. I don't know. I think there was a urgency at that time because nagrarally at that time yung mga empleyado ng Cagayan de Oro Water District. I think CDA called us to a meeting if we can help solve the problem. But actually right now, we have serviced mostly the unserved areas of Cagayan de Oro and also in Iligan, no? And partly in Bukidnon. These are unserved areas. But we are also providing bulk water supply to the Metro Cotabato Water District as well as the Bislig City. No? So in Bislig City, it's even a level 3. The Sangguniang Panglungsod of Bislig actually declared their water district as persona non grata and invited private players. So we have been servicing Bislig since 2021 until now. And it's really an acute problem. In fact, I heard one law administrator saying that 40% of the population of the country don't have access to potable water. So whatever help that can be extended, and our experience really is there's really so much delay in issuing permits and licenses. No? In WRB, I learned they have only 3 field personnel. They are all over the country and they can't really cope up with the need to inspect yung mga proponent kung anong mga ginagawa.
Okay.
That's one area. The other area na may bottleneck din, Mr. Chair, is issuance ng environmental compliance certificate. So this is DNR thing. And we do hope that it can be facilitated so that water is needy, water is life. So it can be facilitated. And finally, while we are backed up by the big co-ops in Cagayan de Oro like FICO and Oro Integrated, we have just also hit the saturation point for co-op that we can no longer expand despite a lot of demand, really. So I read the proposed bill of Congressman Lord and Swan, and it really mentioned there about possible creation of fund. The comment that we have in that before 2 years ago is that huwag dapat ibigay. The best way that government can help is make it a loan with a concessional rate. Kasi kung ibigay, subject to abuse and maraming ano. So, concessional rate of loan na lang, parang may accountability din. And maybe it will be forced through the Land Bank or DBP or some other agencies who can help in that area. But really, there is much need for capitalization. Our capitalization now is about 500 million, but we cannot cope up with the lot of requests to really deliver potable water to their municipalities. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so thank you for that
Mr. Chair.
information. Yeah, you should be part of the technical working group, or I mean, the position paper as much as possible, and then next hearing on this, mas maganda nandiyan kayo because your what you call that, your proposal or position paper or idea, no, will really suit for based on your experiences, magamit natin for this.
Yes, sir. We'll submit our position paper.
Thank you. Yes,
Mr.
would
Chair,
like to
no, I
recognize,
just have a few questions
Congressman.
for Mr. Daba.
Again.
Pwede ba magtanong kay Mr. Daba?
Yeah, of course. You may direct now.
Yes. Mr. Daba, so can you expound po sa ginagawa niyo currently na dun na, di ba you mentioned that in Cagayan de Oro, talagang water is an issue. And I believe talagang in dire need na, in dire straits na ang yung city. You're doing, currently you're also doing bulk water. Is this meron po kayong agreement with the Caudi?
Not with Caudi actually, but yung bulk water namin is Metro Cotabato Water District.
Metro
So we supply
Cotabato.
them the water. They're the one distributing it.
Right.
But right now, in fact, we have a meeting on the next week, on Tuesday next week, with the Caudi. We are proposing to help them. The problem of Cagayan de Oro Water District really is their pipes are 50, 70 years old.
Yes, totoo po.
So we need.
Meron po
meron
silang
kaming
pipes
proposal
raw na
that we
meron
can-
pang meron pang asbestos.
Yes, that's true.
Very dangerous.
So we have a proposal that we can do it by phase. I-repipe namin yung nila. Although again, back to funding, our capitalization is just limited.
But this is an undertaking of your cooperative.
Yeah, we can
Direct
do it
undertaking.
actually.
Opo.
Yes, but we have a meeting with the Water District Board Tuesday next week to how to tackle this issue for Cagayan de Oro.
So this was just ito pong pagpasok niyo dun sa water resource management was just one of your initiatives of the cooperative.
Actually, as early as 2009, may problema din noon. Through the urging of CDA, we proposed that we will buy the Cagayan de Oro Water District.
Okay.
Maliit pa lang noon ang nila 1 billion lang yung nila.
During
Pero,
the time, yes.
Hindi pala pwede. Hindi pwede ibenta. But we can partner with them. We can partner with them. So, we will be exploring that, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, if I may.
Yes,
In line with Mr. Daba's explanation about House Bill 1901, I think this will also be an answer to our problem in the province, in my district, where water districts are mostly LGU controlled. And if it is LGU controlled, it becomes politicized. And having this bill and I think will be the answer to making water truly available to everybody, regardless of political color. So we would really welcome your inputs here, Mr. Daba. Thank you.
We will, ma'am. We will.
Okay. Sig. Yes, Vice Chair Lumayag.
In addition sa yung manifestation ni Mr. Daba, no? Kasi tayo mga congressman, mayroon naman tayong funds na 150 million, di ba? Gaya ng ginawa ko doon sa distrito ko, naglagay ako ng project na 25 million. Kaso, under sa sa water district. Oh. So, mas maganda na makahingi ka kay Kong Suwan siguro, mga 50, di ba? Dagdag na yung pagbabago ng mga pipings inyo. Mapalitan yung mga asbestos pipes na hazardous masyado, di ba? Magkakatulong mga congressman, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Kasi may purno tayo and discretion natin yun kung saan natin gagamitin. Pero yun nga, sinasabi ko na tubig pinaka-importante. Mas kailangan ng tubig kumpara sa electricity para sa akin. So nagpundo ako ng 25 million. So dalawang barangay ang nabigyan natin ng malinis na potable water. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Sige, thank you for that, no? Anyway, the DPWH yata and then through LGSF, there are some also support. For the information of our colleagues here, are the members, we have a lot of water service cooperatives operating in the country right now. Hindi lang talaga sila nabigyan ng tamang suporta, no? And then especially in the Cebu, kasi mga barangay-based water service cooperatives sila, yung mga islands, no? So like also in Bohol. So they have a big networks also because they federated among themselves. So we were going to involve them kasi nasa maliliit silang maliliit silang operations. Ang problem nila ngayon, they can dahil maliit ang resources among contribution among members, minsan nahirapan din sila how to really look into their source because ang DNR ngayon hindi na pwede mag-allow na mag-dig ka for your source, yung ano yun tawag yung deep well na may ilang kilometro radius within the household or may mga residents na. Kasi dati walang pag-residente yan, wala pang bahay dyan na nakatayo, yung mga tao po lumalapit na doon sa kanilang source, di ba? So what the DNR did is that pa-close mo itong source mo to dahil hindi na yan within sa provided area na dapat ano ba yun? 1 kilometer radius ba? So pag 1 kilometer radius, hirap ka maghanap ng appropriate source ng tubig na kung saan yung pinaka-deep water source mo. So yun ang problema natin ngayon. No? So, but then sana, if there is really support to that, we can process rather than yung typical na magdig ka ng tubig. No? Kasi ang requirement doon, dapat walang residente na within the 1 kilometer radius. Nung una, qualified sila, pero sa pagdami ng mga residents natin, lumapit man doon sa source nila. And then sila na yung binabawal dahil may mga residente na. So that's the scenario right now. So we hope we could discuss this further on the next meeting. And then with the inputs and support of the stakeholders, we could make this another effort of this committee para matutukan natin and then we can really provide more services, especially itong water in our countryside. Okay? So, again, any other? So, yes, Sir Rumi.
Yes, good morning to the honorable member of the committee and all other are present. Related to the House Bill 1901, pertaining to the water service cooperative, we have in our province of Camarines, or Region 5, we have existing service cooperative providing potable water to the member of that municipality. And we found and I observed that that cooperative is, of course, member of NATCO, and active member of our party list. That cooperative, I think, has a life of more than 2 decades, operating as a primary cooperative, delivering water distribution to the municipality and adjacent municipality, a potable water. As disclosed by one of the officers, because he is my close friend, sabi nila maganda ang negosyong ito, profitable, pero of course alam natin yung galawan sa iba-ibang factor in terms of finance, of course of the limited resources therein. And last month we also discussed about their plan to expand their operation to the adjacent areas. But again, that was one of the considerations pertaining to the financial requirement. And in fact, as said, I heard before, that during the time, we can recall it about the PDAP works, there are congressmen who appropriated or allocated fund for the purpose, and it was realized and expanded their operation. So what I'm trying to drive as part of my manifestation for today, this existing primary cooperative is found to be good services as needed by the community. And in our place also, there are areas where the potable water or the drinking water has some way, we call it a problem to the community. So if this law be passed and be supported with corresponding funds, I think the issue on scarcity or the issue on the distribution of the potable water in far-flung barangays, this can be maybe resolved. For that, me and with the other member of our community, maybe we can strongly support this bill. Thank you very much and good morning.
Okay, so thank you, Mr. Caceres, for your manifestation, and you are also part of the technical working, or you're requested to submit the position paper as much as possible.
lang.
Yes, kung
Mr.
Vice
Dava,
Chair
kumusta
Lumayan.
naman yung rate ninyo sa water as a cooperative? Kumpara sa mga water district existing sa lugar.
Sorry. Sir, the water district, their rate is 21 pesos 80 centavos, but 10 years ago, they have asked for increase.
Hindi, sa ngayon.
Yun pa rin, kasi may TRO yan sila eh. Na TRO sila. But the LOA, when LOA took over the Cagayan de Oro Water District for a while, they said that they can increase to 32 pesos per cubic meter. Our present rate right now is 30 pesos, and we give 2 pesos directly. We deduct already from the bill 2 pesos patronage refund to co-op members. Yun yung ginagawa. So 28 pesos basically yung ano namin.
Yes.
Kasi madami tayong mga kuan, Mr. Chair, na yung mga water system ng barangay, yung sa Bawasa, na hindi efficient eh.
Yeah.
So palagay ko, ito, kung, di ba, mas magaling kung cooperative ang magpapatakbo at siguraduhin natin na mas mababa kayo sa existing rate ng mga water district. Kasi, mahihirap yung mga kliyente natin dito eh. Mga taga-barangay, hindi bali dito sa Manila kasi sigurado may mga trabaho, mga karamihan ng consumer, pero sa barangay nakakaawa. Karamihan yung mga mag-uuma, yung mga farmer, fishermen, yan. Sana nga, isusupport namin ito. Yes,
Thank you very much, sir.
Sige. So, any other? So, since none, let's proceed for the measure, in the next measure in our agenda, which is the House Bill number 2412 on the measure proposing the creation of the local cooperative development fund for each LGU, and since I am the author of this bill, I would like again to relinquish to our Vice Chair, Congresswoman Santos, to preside for this before I deliver my sponsorship speech.
I now recognize Representative Philemon M. Espares for sponsorship speech for House Bill number 2412.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. And for the interest of time, I think I would like to manifest that the explanatory note of my bill would be adopted as my sponsorship speech. But the highlight of this bill, Madam Chair, is of course just to seek the appropriations of each local government unit of at least 1 and then maximum probably of 2% out from their local development fund ng bawat LGU dito. The allocations or the proposed allocation is looking into that the fund must be available in every LGU on the implementation of programs, projects, and activities which is really directed or directly connected to the cooperative development. And I can have particular example here, especially on the participatory local cooperative development planning. So, magagamit nila provision of technical and financial assistance and services to local cooperatives, promotion, organization, and mobilization of cooperatives for local social and economic development. And another one, capacity development and capacity building interventions for local cooperative leaders, members and partners, and support to the local cooperative development councils and local cooperatives development offices, plans and programs of action. So we have a previous bill related to the mandatory creation of the cooperative development officers. Kung wala naman silang panggamit or tustos dito, so naging useless na lang din yung posisyon, no? At saka yung pag-create nitong mga different mechanisms to really look into and support the development of cooperatives in each LGU. So we are appealing, no, for with the League of Governors, mayors, no, sana pag maliit lang tong na portion anyway, they will be the one to use on this fund. So with that, Madam Chair, I really suit for the support, no, of our committee for this measure. And that's all, Madam Chair. Thank you.
There is a motion to adopt the explanatory note for House Bill number 2412 as a sponsorship speech of Representative Espadas. Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion is carried.
Second.
Second.
With the motion,
Second.
Mr. Chair, with the motion of Congresswoman Santos, I second the motion of Mons Pares, I mean.
Thank you, Mon Espadas, and of course, moving forward, is there, having heard the speech of the sponsor, is there any manifestations or suggestions from our resource persons or House members? We would like to recognize Mr. Elevazo of CDA.
Thank you, Madam Chair. With the cascading of our Philippine Cooperative Development Plan to our local government units for their adoption and to the municipal cooperative development councils and other development councils at the local level, we'd like to welcome this initiative by our Congressman, Representative Emons Pares, sir. Thank you very much.
We would like to again recognize Mr. Edwin of Co-op Chamber.
Yes, Madam Chair, I would like to manifest that the Co-op Chamber fully supports House Bill 2412 filed by Representative Kong Emon Espares with emphasis that the local cooperative development fund as proposed should be transparent and co-managed by the cooperatives and the local cooperative development officer in relation to the function of the local chief executive, Madam Chair. Thank you po.
There being no more manifestations, we would like to recognize Sir Daba of MCWS.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Our position is hopefully this fund will not be giveaways. No, just like what the Honorable Congressman Digamo said na pag LGU ang may hawak, walang nangyayari. That's true because people don't even pay kasi gobyerno naman ito. Similarly, if the fund will be parang bigay, I'm sure wala ring mangyari niyan kasi binigay lang ito eh. Ba't pa tayo magbabayad? No? But if it is to be paid by the cooperative concern or whatever group, then people will consider that also as this is really a real initiative on the part of the people of the community. Thank you very much, sir. Ma'am.
We would also like to recognize Nafecop.
Marlene. Yeah.
Magandang tanghali po sa lahat. Gusto ko rin pong magbigay ng babala doon sa pondo na ilalaan natin. Basta walang violation sa self-help ng ating values. Kasi karanasan po namin, bawat barangay nagtayo ng co-op pero hindi nakarehistro sa CDA. Yun yung nakakapangamba. Kaya kailangan maingat po tayo. Dapat yung CDA stricto doon kasi kita nyo naman yung maliliit ang namamatay. Dahil may pondo ang gobyerno na hindi coordinated sa mga totoong cooperative, mas madalas nasasayang. Kaya yun lang po yung gusto nating bigyan diin na basta walang violation ng self-help. Nagsama-sama sila at tinutulungan natin. Hindi tinutulungan natin para magsama-sama sila. Parang baliktad po yun sa co-op. Thank you.
Madam Chair. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, this is a fund to be allocated by each LGU. So the one who will manage on this fund, of course, is the LGU, no? So it's not just merely probably siguro in one purpose, like the financial support, but this is more to be utilized for the technical, no? And then might be on their planning and monitoring. At the same time, we have organized, and it is mandated also that they are going to have a consultative body, which is the councils, no, the cooperative councils in each LGU. I think the use of such fund is under the control of the LGU. So the statement and manifestation na yung agam-agam natin, so we will help the LGU there anyway. The utilization of fund is restricted only on those purpose. So we hope that mas maraming magawa, no, rather than like what we experienced na abuse. Okay, so this is an opportunity for each LGU also really to look into that we're going to maximize the utilization of fund for the promotion, development, and any purpose in their area, particularly to really support and help cooperative grow at yun ay makapag-deliver ng tamang serbisyo at itong mga nangyari ngayon may kabuluhan na just because we in the cooperative we are also part, no, and then this I think in the provision of our bill may oversight function itong ating committee, so we hope we could help and assess and check na walang masayang dito. Okay? So with that, I think baka pwede.
Thank you, Rivach. The manifestations are duly noted. And may we now proceed with, is there any objections regarding the bill? I'm hearing none, the motion is carried. I now cede my seat back to the chairperson, Mon Espares.
Okay, so thank you very much with our Vice Chairperson, Kong Samantha. Santos Suri. Nalilito ako. Okay, thank you very much, no, to preside in behalf of my bill, in behalf of the chairperson for my bill. So again, this is the last agenda that we are tackling into. Unless otherwise, there are other matters that we are going to.
Mr. Chair, I'd just like to request that
Yes.
my sponsorship speech be put into record.
Yeah. Just submit to our secretariat for record purposes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so any other matters? So before we adjourn, of course, we will have initial schedule for the technical working group. Comsec, do you have?
Your Honors, dear resource persons, we're going to fix it because the scheduled hearing supposedly was on September 24. However, I was informed by my co-members in the Secretariat that the rooms for next week have been reserved by APRO for the plenary budget hearings. So we'll have to discuss it with the Rules Committee, Your Honor.
Okay, so as early as possible, try to inform us. Are our members are in our group chat? Lahat ba? Hindi lahat. Kasi
Not yet,
parang 15 lang ang nakita ko kanina. We are 22 in numbers right now. So tatlo na lang kulang to complete the 25, and I'm happy that this committee we're fully almost complete. Sometimes in some other committees hirap din yung number. And with that, with the presence of all the members, I am very much happy to experience the meeting that almost marami tayo, no? Imagine mo. Mas iba ang support. So with that, thank you very much for the good of our cooperatives and for our country. And we are hoping na we could expedite the passage of our proposed bills, no, line up in our committee at we should do this as much as possible. And I know mga ilan dito na mga bills are also considered in during the SUNA of our president and the lead-up. We included this. So that's why naging priority bills din yung ating mga bills na refer in our committee. And we are hoping that we could really refine and finish this para mas complete na to, no, rather than the time na minsan ang daming kulang. Okay, so medyo take time lang tayo magbasa ko kasi mapakapagkapal itong ating cooperative code, no, itong matrix na to. And all inputs we're going to really further discuss in the technical working group, no. And we are thankful the former chair of the Committee on Cooperatives, Kong Rico Hiron, is here, no? So you should, and you are part of this technical working group, so your inputs and experiences would also consider for this. Okay, so most needed. Right, a favorite motion, of course, from the chair, and we have our lands, no, as we requested. We requested this hall because I'm looking into so many stakeholder or guest or resource person. So tama naman na nandito tayo. But then medyo just because of the abrupt schedule probably, no? Dahil last week lang tayo nag-meeting, then here come meeting ulit. So we will wait for the schedule of our COMSEC for the technical working group of the two technical working group with our chair, Congresswoman Digamo, no, for another bill, no, for the technical working group. Okay? So we are hoping probably after budget na tayo siguro mag-compose as the Committee on Cooperatives Development para i-hear ang reports ng mga technical working group, and might be on that time we could now approve a committee reports on that kasi marami pa tong dadaanan up to the Ways and Means, sa appropriations, sa rules probably, no? Okay? So, can I hear the favorite motion kung wala na? Ayaw. Parang ayaw tayo umalis dito, no? Okay ba dito? Last time, medyo chair na lang naiwan dahil yung iba busy na rin doon, no? So at least we are happy that we have a lot of cooperative leaders because importante itong bill na to. Sa atin to, sa inyo to, no? Meaning
Mr.
sa
Chair?
sector. Yes.
If the motion is in order, I
Congressman
therefore
Gonzales.
move for the adjournment of the meeting. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so there is a motion, duly seconded, no objection. The motion is carried, and we adjourn on the meeting of the Committee on Cooperatives Development. Thank you very much and good noon. Yeah. Thank you.